Alright, hello back. This is round 4 of the Legacy League with Storm. We're 2 in 1, so hoping to get some prizes here. Right, so what is this hand? This hand has a Brainstorm, Preordain, a couple of fetch lands, and a bunch of mana. This could be a very fast hand if I draw say Ritual and Inferno Tutor. So I think I'm gonna keep it. It doesn't do all that much. Well, it doesn't have a lot of protection, i.e. no discard. But I think these 2 cards are good enough for me to keep this hand. Right, my opponent mulligan down to 6, and kept their hand. They are obviously on the play, because why would I be on the play? Scalding Tarn. Is it the infamous? Is it the infamous? The miracles. a turn two counterbalance would be pretty bad for me. So I think I might be safe in just getting this on the ground C here, casting a Preordain, and hoping to dodge a bullet. I mean, I'm not confident enough to say that it's a counterbalance. It's miracles. I mean, they just lead with Scalding Tarn. That's interesting because I could go Petal into Cabal Therapy here. No, I think I do want both cards, but this Scalding Tarn doesn't mean necessarily they have a counterbalance. Yeah. But that would be quite good here. I would argue. Ancient Tomb. So I think we have an Emrakul in our future. So if they had Show and Tell, they would have cast it there. I am pretty certain of that. So I am just going to play this Brainstorm and see where that leads me. Well, this is a lot of Storm. So this is, if I put this back and one other spell, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells. That is not quite good enough. But that does mean that I can't activate Ancient Tomb, I guess. So let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spells. Yeah, they would go to 2. So that's a little bit annoying. Maybe that's my best chance? Huh. Otherwise, I can put back... I could put back Tendrils and say Petal and just play a fetch land and hope that I draw a tutor. It's not that amazing. Well, either way, I think this Petal has to go back. So does this land? I mean, it would be quite nice to shut off the Ancient Tomb and then just wait and wait and wait until I draw a Past in Flames. Maybe that is my best option. Yeah, I would still have an LED in play. Yeah, why don't we do that? That is fun for the whole family. They might even cast a Brainstorm and thereby kill themselves. Who knows? Who knows? Right, so let's cast this. I mean, we are drawing a blank next turn, but at least it's a shuffle effect. So I think if they force this, having another force in hand, that also wins me the game. I mean, they go down to 1, and then they can't force their second. They can't play their second force. Yeah, interesting. I wonder what my opponent is doing here. If they do brainstorm here, I think that could be potentially very bad for them. Well, looks like something is going to happen. I'm still going to name Force of Will. They're very unlikely to have a Flusterstorm main deck. So Brainstorm, Intuition. Okay, Force of Will. Okay, so we do get that. Brainstorm, Intuition, Grizzlebrand, and Tomb, Ancient Tomb. Alright. It would have been kind of nice if they had just cast the whatchamacallit. So they will have 1 land against my lots of things. All the fetch lands are off. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I do need to hit a a Past in Flames or a Tutor or something like that. Note I will have a second land in hand, which is great. So yeah, they do need to just hit all normal lands. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. That is for sure. I am now down to nothing. Yeah, but the problem is there. If I just wait, I don't think I'm winning that game because they are a fast combo deck as well, and they have Force of Will. I get a shuffle effect, which is great. So yeah, it is a bit unfortunate that that wasn't an infinite. And they do draw a second volcanic. Alright, I'm just gonna go for Volcanic Island here and pass the turn, hoping to, draw something good. Alright, lands. I do need lands. At least 1 land. And if they draw another land and just Intuition, yeah, that is not amazing for me. I think I have enough life to probe here, get one card deeper. That Spell Pierce is actually quite annoying. So Pierce, Intuition, Cunning Wish as well. And have a Tarn in hand. Okay, well this is quite good. So how about we cast this? Yeah. They can make me sack my LED here, but yeah, I think I am going to just sacrifice the LED. That opens up a lot of ways for me to win by just drawing a Dark Ritual or something like that. So I think I think that's what I need to do here. Yep. So let's get a past in flames and pass the turn. Yeah, so I have a lot of life draws here, I think, which I think makes this line okay. Spell pierce there, yes, I think they have to do that. Although, actually, that's not true. Well, I'm certainly going to cast this duress. There's very little reason not to, I think. Right, so cunning wish or intuition. If they draw another land, which one is the scarier card? I think intuition, because they can just go for triple force of will, which makes my life a little bit difficult. So that's the thing, they need to draw a lot of things here, and I just need one thing. City of Traitors, that's a card. Yeah, this is not quite good enough. They get to intuition end of turn, not intuition, cunning wish. Not entirely sure what they have. Oh, they might have a graveyard hate card. Haha, that is true. Yeah, if they have a surgical, they just win here. Oh well, that's how it goes in that case. Can't worry about these things. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate I didn't draw a dark ritual in any of those turns, but no. Okay, so they intuition for, oh, they cunning wish for intuition. So they can get force of will, force of will. Alright, well, they might not have a blue card, so I need to go for it here. I am pretty sure of that. They might intuition for a bunch of spell pierces, but you know, that's not too worrying. I just absolutely need to do this, and that way also they don't intuition for a combo piece. So yeah, I wonder what they get. Yeah, they probably just get triple force of will, or something of that sort. This is an interesting game. But that's the thing, I absolutely think I have to go for it there, turn one. Although, seeing that they have an Ancient Tomb in play, I could wait a turn and they might activate it, play a show and tell, although then they have a Grizzlebrand and play and just draw infinite amount of cards and force everything I do. But I guess force isn't that amazing against at nauseum. Not at nauseum, tendrils. So let's see what they get here. See what they get here. Oh, actually, yeah, they can't get a force of will because they're on one life. So that's pretty interesting. So search your library for 3 cards. Put target opponent chooses 1 card. Put that card into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Okay. I think I am going to choose Show and Tell. And then I am going to cast my Dark Ritual. That did work, right? Yes. Yeah, so Force of Will doesn't do it because they're on 1 life. They did need a Show and Tell. A spell pierce, sorry. Right. Well, I'm going to Gitaxian Probe them first. Well, they might have a Flusterstorm in hand, in which case everything's off. Okay, excellent. I get to cast my Dark Ritual. Yeah, okay. So this game could have gone very wrong if they had had a whatchamacallit, like a surgical extraction in the sideboard. Then they could have just gotten that, but yeah. Okay, so what do I like here? Xantid Swarm, Flusterstorms, just if they go turn 2 Show and Tell, you can Flusterstorm it. They've almost never play around that. And yeah, Decay, Truth is not actually, sorry, Chain of Vapor and Echoing Truth is not actually that amazing. They don't really have any permanent hate. Right. Antidote Warrants could give me a lot of things to just sacrifice. I think I like this. Right. Nauseam is good. So the Past in Flames. Yeah, so let's shave a couple of cards here. Okay, what else to cut? Obviously want all my hand disruption. Top could be good. It's a little bit of a slow card though. But then again, so is Xantid Swarm. Oh, I don't actually want the Echoing Truth. I think I can cut a petal. Alright, let's see if we can do this again. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. Putting them down to 1 is really good because that shuts off Force of Will, even though I seem to have forgotten that during the game. But yeah. Interesting. I don't think actually this is a keep if they just put something into play. I mean, this is not a very fast hand at all. This Past in Flames doesn't really do much. The Tendrils, there's basically nothing. So yeah, I think I have to mulligan, hopefully drawing a Flusterstorm or something like that, which is always nice. Maybe Xantid Swarm to be safe. But yeah, I'm definitely mulliganing. The rest, Taxin Pro, Brainstorm, and LED, I think I'm going to keep. It's a pretty solid hand. Alright, let's see what we have on top. That is mana. Already have a piece of mana, but what is better than 1 piece? 2 pieces. That is correct. Yeah, they might definitely leave Spell Pierce up here. That is a little bit annoying. But how about we Gitaxian Probe them first? So they do have the Spell Pierce. They have a Ponder, and they have the good old Omniscience. Island and Misty. Right, okay, so let's see what we draw. Drew a top. That really entices me to play the Duress here and get that Spell Pierce out of their hand. Yeah, because top is quite good, especially because uh, especially because they have reasonably slow hand. Yeah, so they take the spell pierce. I won't pay, and I pass the turn. Right, so they're probably going to cast a Ponder here. No, not even. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. This is not quite enough to kill them, but maybe I draw Dark Ritual. You know, gotta go for it. That's pretty good. Put these two back and play out my top. I don't think we're necessarily in a situation where we could die very, very soon, so I do like just doing this. I'm gonna get a Bayou here because I have Xantid Swarm in my deck, and I already have red for the Past in Flames. So. Right, so the other thing is, so I have 2 lands on top. 2 lands on top is interesting. And see what my opponent does here. I am a little bit curious why they didn't cast a Ponder. I mean, that just seems better than casting an end of turn Brainstorm. Or they could even cast Brainstorm on their turn and then still hold up the Misty. I don't really know what you gain from doing this. I guess, oh, of course, against Hand Disruption, that's a lot better. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a situation like this, I really regret not to have brought in the goblins, but you know, can't always bring them in. Well, you certainly could, but I don't. Oops, that is. Actually, can I close this up? Not entirely sure. Right, so they're probably looking at all the combo pieces and are just laughing about how badly they're going to win. But yeah. Yeah, so I have 2 lands on top. The question is, do I draw a land? And I almost want to, because I mean, I could. That gives me 6 cards in the graveyard. I get a free shuffle, and then I can still top, but I see 3 fresh cards and have the same amount of mana. I think I like that. I think I do like that. Okay, my opponent fetches. Now they cast Ponder. Okay. Yeah, worth noting is that this Cabal Ritual, or the first Cabal Ritual, doesn't actually give me 5 mana, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, that is a-okay with me. They ponder, they shuffle, they draw an Ancient Tomb. Okay, so what do I know about their hand? Not much. They might or might not still have an Omniscience. Yeah, so I decided to draw the Brainstorm, apparently. Oh yeah, I fetched. I did fetch. Okay. Well, why don't we cast this Brainstorm? Okay, interesting. So if I put back oops. Yeah, so basically I can cast Duress off my Bayou, and then still cast one Cabal Ritual off these two, of Island and Petal, and then I have an LED. So I have 5 mana, 8 mana, 6 mana. Yeah, this is one short, unfortunately, because I would have to get rid of the Cabal Ritual. The other thing is I could just put back Petal. I think yeah, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put back Island Duress. Then I am going to play this Lotus Petal and just cast a Cabal Ritual. Now if they don't counter this, yeah, I can just spin my top, draw the Duress, Duress their hand, and see if I win. Right, so they brainstorm. Hoping to probably find double Force of Will. Either way, I mean, if they force my Duress, I'm definitely still going for it. And if they don't, I get to decide. Well, looks like we got another game. That is great. So important here, hold control when you cast the Inferno Tutor. Otherwise, you're not going to be very happy. I'm going to get Past in Flames here. Cast my Past in Flames. Cast Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Inferno Tutor. And Tendrils. So yeah, I think my opponent had a pretty weak hand and didn't get any good draws, but oops, yeah, let's make sure we press same target, and yeah, that's the game. Alright, I'll see you in the last round.